Everyone. Myself, Dr. Mohammad Anas Pathan. I'll be continuing with the principles of the treatment of low vision. There are the three basic principles to increase vision in low vision patient. First is to increase the definition and sharpness of image by refraction and spectacle correction. Second is by increasing illumination. Third is by increasing the size of the object, either physically or by prescribing magnification. These are the principles. First is refraction. We can prescribe the glass for near and for distance also. Only 10% patient can respond for that. Second, we can give the magnification like telescope, magnifier, CCTV, large screen. And third, contrast and illumination. That we will discuss in the further slides. On refraction, increase visual acuity to create a sharp retinal image. 10% of cases respond to a change in refraction. Now magnification. Magnification increase the retinal spread of the image to look around the scotoma. As one goes away from the center of the fovea, the visual acuity drops. 1 mm away from it, the visual acuity is 40%, like about 6 by 12. 4 mm away, it is 20%, like 6 by 36. The extrafoveal retina cannot interpret detail of object with the same clarity of the fovea. But even this poor peripheral vision can be used to see if the image were to fall on it. That's exactly what magnification does. It increases the retinal image size so that peripheral area of the retinal can perceive it. The increased retinal spread decreases the relative effect of the scotoma. The extrafoveal retina receives an enlarged, slightly blurred, imperfect image, but it's a functionally useful image. Few conditions are exception, like retinitis pigmentosa, where there is a peripheral degeneration. This is the schematic to illustrate the effect of the magnification. Higher the magnification, bigger the image and retinal spread, better is the patient able to see. What is light illumination? These are the few conditions in which in few conditions we have to enhance the illumination, and few conditions we have to decrease the illumination. Like in pathological myopia, optic atrophy, aphakia, maculopathies, in this condition we have to increase the illumination. And like albinism, achromatopsia, cataract, and few maculopathies, in this condition we have to decrease the illumination for the better. Contrast enhancement. Another aspect of the light and visual perception is contrast sensitivity. Contrasts are more important to a visual impairment person than to a sighted person. Spatial orientation, daily living skills are heavily dependent on contrast in the life of a visual impairment person. Like we can see in this. Yeah, contrast enhancement also, in which we can use and we can guide the patient to use. If they are using the dark object like a coffee and all, they can use the light utensil, and the vice versa also. Yeah, these are the few conditions which can be treated with low vision aids, like progressive myopia, hereditary macular degeneration, nystagmus, albinism, non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy, and congenital atrophy, etc. And these are the conditions which cannot be treated by low vision aids, like proliferative diabetic retinopathy, hypertensive retinopathy, central retinal artery occlusion, and central retinal vein occlusion. This is the clinical evaluation, how we evaluate the patient who come with the low vision in our OPD. But the most important is to take the proper history of the patient, what the patients require, what his or her requirement for need. According to that, will prescribe the low vision, whether it's the refraction, magnification, or contrast sensitivity. And this is all listed in the how we start with the history, and then clinical examination, visual acuity, refraction, color vision, and we will trial of the LVA, low vision aids, which one is suitable for the patient according to the patient needs, follow up, and we keep the record of the patient for regular follow up. This is the one of the chart, as in our OPD we used to do that. the detailed history of the patient, and we maintain the record, and we keep on the regular follow of the patient. Yeah. Thank you. And in this session, we have learned about the basic principle of the treatment, and the most important is the history taking. How we take the history and all. It is very important to take a proper history of the patient and understand what he need, his or her requirement, and prescribe and guide the patient according to that. Thank you very much. Now I'll invite Dr. Vivek Singh sir to continue further. Thank you.